Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Let me just see if I'm hearing you through my earpods.
You can't hear me you can't hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, okay. How are
For
you
some
doing?
reason, for some reason, it doesn't come through my earpod.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. I mean,
okay. Yeah, no, I did have to adjust something on my end, but
yeah, I
yeah,
think
you should be able to hear me
don't
now.
worry about it. I'm just proud that I can use them, but
Yes.
I don't need them. So you're looking very Christmassy.
Well, yeah, well,
Burning.
we'll see if it actually works. But yeah, no, I'm here. Karma's here staring at the fire
Great.
because
Oh, look, that's fabulous. Yeah. Oh,
How are
very
you
nice.
doing?
We're good. All good. We're in the country. It's snow. There's
There
about,
is snow? You have snow?
oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if can you see out the window?
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, beautiful. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I had to sweep the Jeep off this morning to get,
Yes.
yeah, it's all good. Yeah. So I think it's probably, we came up yesterday. We'll go back tomorrow and we'll probably come up after Christmas Day. We'll spend
Right.
Christmas Day in the city.
How is
Yeah.
the drive in the snow, or how does it
Oh,
make
it's
a
fun.
difference?
No, it wasn't really, it was only, we only still got when we got almost here, the
Yes,
snow
yeah, yeah, yeah.
is not sticking elsewhere. So, no, it's nice. So I don't know, maybe
Yeah, no,
you
that's beautiful.
Christmas
I
and
didn't realize where you are was up high-ish, or like, yeah, no, where you're on a second story, or
oh, it's it's a one-story building, but it's the basement is half above ground.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So there are windows high in the basement that
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So it's up it's yeah, yeah, so which is nice because also we're the land slopes down a bit to where there's a kind of some water. I don't think it'll ever be flood. I don't think there'll ever be.
Right, no, right, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're we're high in case we're probably clear of that. And I'll show you the other. Um,
Yes, house tour.
it's across the street.
That is
Oh,
so beautiful. Oh,
nice, isn't it? Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
Oh, really
um,
nice.
good. So how about you? How about you? Did you have a? I think you told me already. You had a company kind of holiday party. Did you?
I've had two now. No, I had two. So I have two different teams. I have the team that I'm supervised on, and we just went to like a brunch place in Tacoma, and that was beautiful. And then this week, the team that I supervise, I took to a chocolate factory,
Wow.
and then the Goodwill. We went to the Goodwill, which was on the same block. This is not the same chocolate factory. Now, we went to Theo Chocolates. Do you remember years and
Yes,
years ago?
I do. I remember it very vividly, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is a Unfortunately, Theo. Oh no, I'm sorry. They do still exist. Unfortunately, they're no longer locally owned, so I'm not that into
No.
them anymore. This is Seattle Chocolate Company. They're woman owned. They are, yeah, no, but they no they they have a picture of Lucy and Ethel on the
Oh,
wall
great.
of their chocolate factory. They have, but no, similar to that tour. Very like they talk about the history of chocolate. They talk about the areas. They talk about their relationships with the farmers and all
Oh,
of those
good.
kinds of things. And then you get to actually watch them make some chocolate. And yeah, no, so. The team, yeah, it was actually one of the few times this year I've been able to assemble all the people that support in one place at one time, and it was really nice
How
to be able
many?
to do that. And then the goodwill was just kind of random because we were there. It happened to be on the block, and I know a couple of them. We've talked about thrifting, and I like to thrift stores. So I said, "Oh yeah, no, let's go in." But that was interesting because you see a side of people in a thrift. I don't know, like what areas they gravitate to. It was very interesting, and so no, yeah, I've had two good team building exercise or activities in the last couple of weeks. How about you? I know you had missed your work's official Christmas party, but have you had any festivities or did you threw
Well,
your party, the NYFA party? How was that?
yeah, we had that at our house on Thursday, and it was many more people came than we had thought. I don't quite know whether because it was probably maybe the first post-COVID live one
Huh?
or
Yeah, 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 yeah.
no, there were maybe 90 people or more.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, I knew the board members, but they had extended the invitation to people involved with foundations that give money to NYFA.
Yes.
And so they had told their employees, and no, it was actually, no, we didn't have to really do anything because they had caterers who came and, and did all of that, the drinks and the finger food. No, it was
Who did the catering, or how were is this?
the NYFA
Oh, the
people.
knife up they brought
They
they
organized
did it.
that. Yeah, we
How
did.
was it? Was it good food? Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, considering well, let's say when everybody left at 9 o'clock, we went and got pizza slices because
Okay, fair
well,
enough. No,
we
fair enough.
didn't. I can't. We had to be sort of on.
No, right. No, right. Yes,
Um,
yeah, yeah. You're
uh,
not eating, and yeah,
no,
yeah,
there
yeah.
was some very, very nice people
Sure.
came. The staff, NYFA staff, who were very, very appreciative. It was kind of casual and no, it was great. And we had a last minute surprise. I mean, to me, a surprise um, visit from actually the New York City Cultural Affairs Commissioner,
Huh.
an extremely nice woman called Laurie Cumbo, and she, I don't know if I have maybe I have I should have, um, I don't know if can you
Yes,
see
yes.
that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yes.
So she was, frankly, I'd never heard of her. I didn't know,
Sure.
I mean, that's on me, not her. But she had a very, very interesting story because she had, when she was 22, I think she went to university in Queens. Anyway, no, her thesis for her college thesis was uh, a kind of to create a black museum in Queens for Queens. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and and she submitted it to NYFA for um, for funding, not for direct funding, but that NYFA has a program where people can apply, and anybody that wants to fund their project can do it through NYFA, so it's
Yes.
tax deductible.
Yes.
So, so the point is, in as years went by, this actually it's about to happen. So, but in the arc of her career, she worked at a number of museums and other places. But
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she had this obviously devotion to NYFA for having helped her,
Yes.
early days. So that was kind of nice. Yeah,
That's exciting. No, that
no, it
is
was fine.
nice.
It was good. Nobody drank too much, and there were a couple of nice speeches thanking us. So,
How is because I've seen I've seen you entertain in the loft in the past. How is it? I haven't seen it since it's been remodeled. Did that make a
Yeah.
difference?
Well, it looks the same but different.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so some people said, oh, they were husbands and wives who'd been there before were arguing over, oh, well, there were never windows there. Oh, yes, they used to have windows there. Because the
Yeah,
biggest
yes, yeah,
problem
yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
one long wall where we had windows. We don't have
Yes.
windows. So yeah, but no, it was not it was good. I mean, I was really I have a pre-event I won't say no apprehension or yeah, I'm always okay once something is happening,
Yeah, yes.
but I really wish it wouldn't happen until it's about to happen. Does that make any sense?
I feel like I almost have the opposite. I am okay with everything until it's actually happening, and then I don't want it to happen. And then once it's happening, I'm like, well, no, I guess it's the same thing, right? And then once it's happening, I'm like, okay, no, this is great. This is fine. Yeah.
It's not as terrible as I thought. It's not as yeah. So and the current head of the board, he's a retired lawyer called Mark Jason, but I mean I don't know how he's retired because he looks to me like he's around 42 years old. He has a young wife. I mean, his
Yes,
wife,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're very high energy, very nice, very active people. And so, um, that it was good. There were it was a well, I say a lot of young people,
Huh,
meaning
yeah, no, nice.
it
Yeah, that's good.
was very
I
good.
that is good.
It
I
wasn't
work.
kind of what you think of as a New York City Foundation board. I
Say
mean,
it
it was
again?
much, it's
Yeah.
truly uh, uh, DEI. Although, of course, our executive director did give a brief speech in which he said every single thing that the Trump administration appears to be going for is, will directly affect everything that NYFA stands for. In other words, everything that they want to reduce or eliminate is
Yes.
things that are basic principles. So we just have to fight very hard. But he said it's going to be a hard year, because of that. We'll see.
No.
But
Well, no. Okay. I mean, you and I joked. Yeah. You said Larry, Moe, and Curly. So if Curly is RFK, if Larry is Trump, Musk is Moe. We all know Moe is running the country, and Moe is Moe's in charge. Vice President Trump. Curly, but no, my job, what I do, when you look at it from all the way down from the federal level, is HHS, is Health and Human Services, is under RFK now. So
yeah.
we will see what it looks like next year. It's not. This is real. This is it does. It affects
Because
everything.
he wanted to, Trump in his first administration tried to eliminate the all of the money for the arts that came from the federal government. I
Of
mean,
course, no, of course, no, and I mean, during his first administration, we actually strengthened our mission and made it more explicitly anti-racist. But who knows? I mean, if we end up having to, who knows? Because we do receive federal funding, and if the things that they want to delete are exactly the things that I work towards every single day. And so, yeah, no, I mean, yeah. And no, what?
but do you think he had a big setback just with this? He was unable to.
Right. No, I think that is a promising sign that especially because because it sounded like it was going to be a shutdown, and it was going to be attributed to Musk in particular and his control over the government, despite having I mean, Doge, the Department of Doge, but no real official, like, is his thumb really just on the scales? No. I mean, well, yes, I think still. I mean, I don't think we can discount that. But if this was an early sort of vetting of how much or how little he couldn't ram through what they couldn't. Yeah, and I still don't fully understand the debt ceiling. And if you have an explanation of what that, yeah, no, but they
I
couldn't get
don't.
through.
I don't. I read though that the Republicans who stood against him were actually the fiscally conservative ones. So,
So the
which is
real
interesting.
Republicans, the ones,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
holdout.
which is the old school Republicans. I mean, that's their. But he wanted. I think he strategically he all he wanted to do was to have the government shut down during Biden's administration.
Right, of course. No, yeah, that's. I mean, it was. I mean, but I mean, this. Well, first of all, what the thing I do know about the is that we just keep kicking the can down. So now it's March 30th, but and this just has to do with gridlock. That, well, I think by March 30th it'll be all Republicans and they'll do whatever they want. But it's been gridlock, gridlock, gridlock. You sent me that article. Do Democrats now need to be obstructionists? Essentially, I mean, it's, I mean, that is the tools. Those are the tools they have now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, it's to yeah. So, I mean, obviously, I mean, if something is damaging to, if a policy is damaging to the country, I think the Democrats have to be as active and vocal against it, and not just think, oh, now we've got to go along or we've got to be bipartisan. Um,
Jay Inslee, our departing governor, who himself ran for president, said in an interview, in his like departing interview, I think people need to, in all seriousness and on in earnestness, try to work with this administration, but no one needs to kiss the ring. I mean, I mean, when we've talked about this, no one needs to. You don't have to pretend unacceptable things are acceptable. You don't have to, but this is what we have, and you do need to try and work with them. I mean, is that?
well, I think it depends. I think it depends on the policy on what they're trying to do. I mean, I don't think Democrats should help them do something which is reactionary and destructive.
Right, of
But if
course.
they're trying to do something which basically is good for the country and doesn't unfund essential
Of course. No, of course.
uh,
No,
you know
well, I mean, yes, people, okay, people, including Bernie Sanders, start to say, no, maybe RFK is reasonable because he's against food additives. I'm against food additives, but I don't believe food additives are making frogs gay or what, I mean, it's not, you can't, it's just because they're right, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Just because they're right about some
Well,
things doesn't mean
I agree with you 100%. I think that um, because Donald Trump doesn't drink baby's blood, doesn't mean that he's okay, right? I mean,
right, no, right. But no, but yeah, no, I mean,
trying
RFK,
to find something positive about somebody whose general position and policy is abhorrent is a useless, pointless exercise.
but no, but at the same time, if they, and I've heard both Trump and Elon Musk want to do away with daylight saving time. I hate daylight saving time. If they can do it, they can do it. You have all the power right now. You're running all the branches of government. Do it, and you get all the credit. And I don't care that they'll get the credit. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, there's certain things I'm just like, I don't know. Yes, no, maybe. Am I just being?
I think I know I agree with you. I'd love to not to have to worry about that. But it's interesting because there's probably there are probably a lot of pro daylight savings time people, for whatever reason, they may be, no, whether they're farm, they may be agricultural, that I'm
Yes, no,
sure
yeah. No, that's, I mean, that's because that's what it was
there's a
started
lobby that
for.
will
Is
get furious about this, but that's fine. I mean, I'd
right.
rather,
No, yeah, the opposition
I'd
may end
rather
up
read
coming.
about a battle over that than defunding uh, aid to Ukraine or whatever.
No, no, I mean, that's the, yeah, no, I mean, and that's the scary stuff. I mean, and we're still, I mean, I don't know where we are with the administration picks and who will actually make it through. I mean, I still think probably Tulsi Gabbard, who is very anti-Ukraine, Hegseth, the Fox News guy, and then Kash Patel are probably the least likely to make, well, the most likely to maybe have opposition, but I'm also bracing myself that they'll all just make it through. That people will, I mean, yeah, like we said, we had these sort of early indications that maybe some Republicans will, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that.
Well, I think Marco Rubio will probably make it through to State Department.
Yeah.
And it will be very interesting to see if he is prepared to be as well, just as, let's say, as energetic as Blinken has been. I mean, very
Yeah. No, yeah.
in trying to, I mean, maybe he hasn't succeeded all the time, but in trying to deal with the Middle East among everything else. So I don't, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't hold a brief for Rubio, but he could be, I mean, he could be okay. Some of the others, I think they don't have, see, what I'm concerned about, well, actually, what probably gives me a degree of comfort is I think they're so inept. I don't know how, they won't know how to manage
Right,
something.
no, yeah, no, we've talked about this, and I think, nor,
They're going to have to rely on people who have been doing it for years.
yeah,
I
no, yeah,
mean,
right, no, yeah, they won't know how, nor I think will they really be interested. I mean, they'll still be interested in what they're doing, which is, yeah, but I do think there's still going to be, I mean, there's going to be, yeah, well, we averted a shutdown. That's good, for now.
do you think that this rolling back of DEI policies or allowing companies to self-pedal them will in fact lead to a kind of a real relaxation, or do you think it's going to hurt people?
What do you mean by relaxation?
Well, I mean, there was certainly a movement in universities and corporations and major companies to be front and to have DEI
Oh,
front
no,
and
no, okay, yeah, oh no, okay. This is,
now they
yes, I
don't
know,
have
yeah.
to. Now
I
they, so will the fact that they don't have to have it on their website is one thing,
right.
but will some of them will continue to practice it in a
Well, no,
way?
of course, no, yeah, well, okay. So first of all, this is what I do for a living. I do trainings on this. Yeah, no, this is my bread and butter, which is why I am worried. They have to practice it because it is best practices, because it really does mean how it really does strengthen the company. It is not, so for instance, yeah, no, this is just a random, for instance, but the right wing latched onto some reason this week, Cynthia Erivo in Wicked calling her a woke hire. She is practically an EGOT. I can't even remember which one she has. She has like an Emmy, a Tony, and she's almost an EGOT, but she still had to answer to trolls suggesting that she just got the role for blah, blah, blah. No. She also, in answering the trolls, which you don't never have to do, but explained how being a person of color informed how she performed this role, which is entirely around being othered, in this case because your skin is green, but also she explained why she chose to use like practical makeup rather than CGI, blah, blah, blah. But it was a really interesting article, but it really was, yeah, they think DEI is something that hurts companies. Companies know at the highest level and have known for a long time it's not. Those initiatives help their companies. Those initiatives, even in the companies like who have, like you said, announced that they're not doing it anymore, they still have to do it because they still, in the rural communities or in the whatever, they still need people, and those people are going to be people, marginalized folk. They still need employees. Yeah, no. So I'm not worried that companies are going to stop doing things. What is interesting to me about all of it was, most of those companies only started announcing it on their website like 2020, 2021, like George Floyd. I actually predicted it'll be 2 or 3 years before they start quietly removing it. The part I was surprised by, and this is the acceleration of where we are in our culture, is that they're proudly and loudly announcing it. It's not that, yeah, I knew that those initiatives would only last a couple of years at best. The surprising part was how proudly, because now the right wing, and specifically this person named Ronny Starbuck, is effective at pushing companies to denounce what they had previously announced. But they were never, it was performative. What I understood was it was performative anyway, and they would throw it under the bus at the first quarterly meeting where a shareholder complained or whatever, but it happened to be a really loud shareholder, and now they're all doing it very loudly. I'm sorry, that was a rant. Yeah.
No, I understand. I think I don't disagree with it. So you're saying that in fact it's profitable. In other words, it's not only a matter of principle, but that it is the way forward.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely. And I mean, even, well, we will see in the next months, years, U.S. Army knows excluding trans people is you are losing good talent. You are, and that there are people of all races, genders, whatever, who, if you are not recruiting them, you are missing out. And companies know that, organizations know that, the government knows that now. But let's see what happens in 3, cycles.
Yeah. Yeah. If it works, it will be, well, obviously it works in the Army because, I mean, the Army has always had to recruit from everywhere.
Right, but their new thing is unit cohesion, and they're even going after women in the Army, which is, we're going back to like, Rosie. They're coming after Rosie the Riveter. I can't believe they're coming after like Jonas Salk, polio vaccines. I mean, Louis Pasteur. They're coming after pasteurization and Rosie the Riveter. Like, I mean, they're talking about they want to go back, but they're forgetting our own. These are the icons of American culture, and I
mean, that's going back 100 years, actually.
At least, yeah. No, it's not. We're not going back to the 50s. We're going back to the 1850s. We're going back to the, yeah. I mean, it's what.
Well,
what's good? Because that's exhausting. No, but no. I mean, what does your week look like? So you'll be.
No, we're going tomorrow, and I don't know. I mean, I have the galleries closed this next week, so
Sure.
have to go in. I'm giving a talk. Actually, I'm giving a talk at this very ironic. There is, there's a building which is almost across the street from the gallery. It's on 79th Street on the other side of Madison, on the north side, called the New York Society Library. Okay.
Yes.
And it's been there, well, as they pointed out, George Washington still has 2 books out. Okay.
Yes.
So it's been there a long time. I, I, I worked, my first job was on 81st in Madison. My current job is on 79th. So I have passed this building maybe thousands of times.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It's welcoming. It has signs outside. Sometimes in the summer, there are even some tables. I've never gone in. Okay, absolutely. I've never gone into New York Society Library. I guess the word society put me off, you know.
Yes. No. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Well, you know, it's for people in society. Well, they invited me. Actually, I think I don't. Somebody who I don't know, who is a part of a trustee or something, suggested my name, and they've invited me to give a talk about my book
Yes.
there on January the 9th. And they have a program of speakers. They have a nice room.
I'm
They
listening.
took
Yeah.
me through the library recently to show it to me. I'm embarrassed that I didn't know about it, because it's actually, I mean, there is a membership.
Uh-huh.
There's a membership cost, but it's fairly modest, and they
Yes.
have, you can go there and work all day. You know, if you wanted to bring your laptop, if you were a writer,
Huh.
they give
Oh, oh,
you copy. You've got
yeah.
copy. There's a children's wing, which is fantastic. So, and they have lots of events. So and they are, you know, they're expecting 70 or 80 people. And so I'm trying to do something which is not just run through my book, but do something which is perhaps focused on, I don't know, that particular area. It's about New York, so it's going to
Yeah.
be more
Yeah. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
New York than about me, you know. And so I have to do some work on that, but I look forward to that. I enjoy doing it. So I found a trove through a friend, a trove of photographs that were taken at gallery openings in 1964 and 1965.
Huh.
And I'm going to use them perhaps as the basis for this. I think one of the things that is striking about it is that those openings
Hold on.
were,
Hold on. I can't hear. Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. One of the things that is striking.
If you, I mean, in those days, of an artist who wasn't necessarily that well known,
Yes.
even had their first or second exhibition, there were so few galleries that everybody would come. I
Yes.
mean,
No. Yeah. Yeah.
well-known
Yeah.
artists would come, collectors would come, critics would come, museum people would come, and these photographs show them actually drinking and talking and smoking and actually talking to each other. In other words, and the woman who took the photographs, who I called Adelaide de Menil, we knew her at the time. Her parents were collectors, but she used a Rolleiflex, which means that it was held down. In other words,
Oh. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
she
No.
was
Right. Because you're
extremely
looking. Yeah. Yeah.
discreet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She didn't go around photographing people who were who were looking at the camera. No, nobody's looking at the
No,
camera.
okay.
There are no selfies. There's no like, oh, here we are.
I'm
Like I
really
just
bad
showed you.
about this. No, I'm
They're
really bad
all,
about that. Well, but no, but you, well, two things. One, you taught me, even if you're taking a pose shot, and this is, I would assume most of my modeling tips came from my mother, but this is one that came from you, but this is more a photography tip. If you're taking a picture of someone, have them turn away and then look at the camera, and then you snap the photo, not just like take it while they're staring at you. Like you have them turn and look at you. Do you remember even giving me this tip?
I kind of do. I kind of do. No, nobody in these photographs is actually looking at the camera.
No, but you know, but yeah, no. I guess what made me think of it is, I tend to take like underhanded, surreptitious, and not sneaky. I'm not trying to be sneaky, but I'm not. I don't want to hold the.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. So it's just fascinating, and the people. I mean, some of these people are now, they're no longer alive. They're like very famous. But they were going to support a young artist, and meet up with people and talk and have fun. But it wasn't about glamour. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about celebrity. Which is kind of, I don't know. I don't want to be nostalgic about it, but it is a different
Yeah.
in New York. So anyway, I look forward to giving this talk if I can. I mean, I'll pull it together one way or the other. And I think I have another one which will be at I think is being organized by an art insurance company, but they do a kind of, everybody's doing programming for like their clients or their public or kind of goodwill stuff.
Sure.
So I'll actually be having a conversation with a woman I know very well, and so I don't have to prepare for that.
Right. No. Right. Yeah. No. And
just the
that's always nice. Right.
So yeah. So I kind of hope I'll be able to. I mean, I'm still a bit jet lagged from Japan.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's not.
That was
small.
It was a good trip actually. Yeah. I'm glad I did it for a number of reasons. Not only because I did see some people who I care about, who I hadn't seen in a long time, and they hadn't forgotten me, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about business, but just they were really happy to see me. Also, because I'm no longer very young, the fact that I could manage the trip physically was kind of important to me. In other words, look, I didn't have to climb a mountain.
Right. Right. And
airports. I did a lot of walking in airports, which is,
But you were on your own. I mean, you were on your own in hotels.
Yeah, I was on my own. I
think about this even at my age. Like, I want to be able to continue to travel, or like, but there are considerations, but you did it and you felt good and you felt.
I did it. I got there and I got back.
You're here. Well, yeah, no, you did it.
Yeah. So what about your week? Are you gonna
we are off as of noon on the 24th. I am working until then. I am looking forward to. I have someone asked me if can you meet next Wednesday, and they're not Christian, and I said, oh, actually I'm off next Wednesday. But I can meet the day before, the day after, if that's you know. So no, my week is. But then after that, I actually have until I'm very fortunate that I get the week off. I get between Christmas and New Year's off.
You have a big birthday coming up.
Well, it's the big 5-0. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
I've been talking to someone who actually, it turns out, went to Brooklyn Tech, but not at the same time I did. They haven't been to New York in 15 years. I mentioned the last time I was there was in July of 2023, and the biggest thing that surprised me from that visit was pot stores on every corner, but it turns out they weren't legal pot stores. A lot of those are gone. But no, what would you say are the biggest changes in New York in the last 15 years? That's my question for you. That's my final question for you.
Construction,
Yes.
overbuilding, congestion.
Oh, all those needle buildings too, right? Those.
Yeah, but the fact that it never stops. In other words, you think, well, I'm going to build a city, so I put buildings up, and then I have a city. But this is a there is no end point. In other words, I could look for over the next 50 years, and as one block ages, it will be torn down and another huge
Yeah.
building put up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're talking about, the Chrysler Building is now completely out of date.
Oh no! I
You
know,
could
no,
buy
I
the
heard about
Chrysler
this.
Building
No,
for like
I mean,
$100
but yeah,
million
but
or
how,
something.
how do you decide? And I understand. Well, a thing that surprised me is that buildings have life cycles, and that the life cycle for a house is actually only like 50 years, and a commercial building is generally only like 75 years. And so something like the Chrysler Building, but also, how do you decide not to retrofit and fix it, and what? And I understand it's an office building with really weird, tiny, small windows. Who wants to work in? Like, I actually get it. Like, I see it both ways, but there has to be a use for the Chrysler Building
Yeah.
that isn't.
Well,
Yeah.
it is landmarked, so they can't change
Oh
the
yes, yes,
exterior.
yes, yes.
They can't change the exterior.
No,
But
well,
it's
no, you
true
wouldn't
that
want. No,
most
you would never
developers
change the
would
exterior.
say it's cheaper for them to buy other land and put up a building than it is to retrofit the Chrysler Building.
Right? No, I mean,
So it's cheaper to build, it's cheaper to tear down. So you have now Madison Avenue, which is, it used to be 4 lanes. I think it used to be 4 lanes.
right? Oh, but no, but then
Now
the
you have
people. Yes.
Now you have people. Now, first of all, you have parking. You allow parking on one
Oh,
side.
yes.
You have a bike lane on the other side. You have trucks that defy the law, and they're delivering to all the Madison Avenue stores, and they park. They double park.
Yes.
So
Oh, right,
you
right,
have
right.
one
Yes.
lane. You have one lane, right?
Yes.
And I don't know whether congestion pricing is going to change that or not. You have,
Wait, are you
I
in
would say
favor
the subway is getting worse and worse and worse.
subways getting worse? No. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know.
So
But
the city it's I would say it's less easy to manage, but
yes.
at every level.
Yes.
Whether you're in a limousine or you're taking the subway, right?
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't matter. The quality of
Right.
getting,
No. Yeah. No. Right.
I would say another positive thing actually is it is genuinely getting more racially diverse,
Yes.
especially in terms of restaurants and businesses and
Yes. Oh, nice.
Korean
Yes.
barbecues and Indian restaurants and things like that.
Yeah.
They're no longer one here and one there. In other words,
Huh.
it's
Is 39th Street still like the Thai restaurant corridor that it once was?
less so.
Yeah. Yeah.
The restaurant across the street from us in the new, well, I call it the new apartment building,
Yeah.
which used to be Italian, is now
Right.
a Korean hot pot.
Oh, nice. Oh, how is that?
Yeah, it's quite expensive. I mean, it's very popular.
Yeah.
It's very popular, but
then
it's
what-
quite expensive. you
What
know.
about this is random. What about the place directly across the street that was sometimes a venue or like where young people populated, but that
There
hasn't.
was a club there. There
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah,
it's not,
yeah.
it's not,
And
there
then
was a
what's
shooting,
no?
I
I am
think.
curious. What else? I know that bike store is still there.
Well, the bike store the problem with the bike store is that it is now 24/7 messenger
Yeah,
bikes
yeah, yeah.
hit.
And then Village 38 has been gone for a long time, right?
That's now OYIO. It's a very good deli. It's
Oh,
a
good. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
no, it's
Because
the same, but it's new people and it's better and it's nice.
but it's is it still the same upstairs, downstairs? Like, is it still the
No, I
same?
think it's just downstairs.
It's just downstairs.
I think it's
Do they, yeah,
yeah.
no, they had, well, Village 38 had really good hash browns. Or O'Brien potatoes. I'll
The
say that.
7-Eleven is still there.
Yeah. And the pizza place is still in the corner
Yeah, I think yeah,
with
that's
their
very,
slice and a
very,
Coke,
very
yeah,
popular.
slices and a Coke. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, something you said, no, two things. I'm glad it's more diverse. No, I don't know. No, so okay. I hope you have.
I'll have a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a very happy Christmas.
Yeah, let's connect a little bit on Christmas Day if we
We
can.
will,
And
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. Be
Okay,
well.
bye.
Enjoy.